Hi, guys. Signed my first LC right now. Yay, let's go, June, for real.
For real.
Moving. Tessie's traveling. I'm like, Rachel's about to travel. Everybody's I'm telling you, life is just going and going. Amy, you look beautiful. Look at you up and ready for the day. Look at Amy. Oh, wait, is that her picture? Or is that her real face? I'm like, oh, get me. Oh, we're recording, right? I forgot. Okay, let's do this. Okay. All right. So, okay, yay, June. How many? I don't know about y'all, but I'm ready for June to be here. May was nutso my honey-o. Putzo. What do you call it? I don't know. Okay. New schedule. So, okay. We got a few things for June, and we're not going to take up a ton of time, but some good stuff. So, okay. For June, we're going to make just one adjustment, okay? And this kind of goes together, right, sis? So don't let me
Yep.
Okay.
We're good.
Okay, we're trying to, what we want to do is leave room for you to lead your teams, right? So I know a bunch of you guys have started your own weekly team Zooms or your own power hours or your own meetings that you're doing and stuff like that. So what we don't want to do is burn people out and have them getting on too much, have way too much going on that it makes people get overwhelmed, stressed out, anxiety, and then they want to quit versus working more, doing more, being more productive. So for the schedule, the only thing we're going to change is taking away Wednesday morning. So, we have Wednesday and Thursday morning at 6:30 Central Standard Time. We're just going to take away Wednesday morning. And instead, we're going to kind of do working tips from the top on Tuesday night, right?
Yes.
Okay. But not on Zoom.
Right. Not on Zoom. So we'll have a post on the Boss Babes page and we'll communicate there every Tuesday night while we're watching tips from the top.
Yep. So that way we can post and comment on each other's stuff, but it's kind of like a twofer, right? So we're already all going to be on tips from the top anyways. Might as well put up a post and comment under each other's stuff and kind of work at the same time and then give everyone back Wednesday mornings to have your own schedule you want to have, but then still have the availability of Thursday morning for the people that's the only time of day they can get connected. Does that make sense? So we're not taking a ton of stuff away or anything like that, but just that little adjustment, I think it's work smarter, not harder. You know what I mean? So there's that. And then leaving room for you to lead your teams because it is important that they see you guys doing a weekly Zoom or, whatever it is that you're doing to connect. I'm by myself. P.S. This is a warning. And so having times when you're connecting with them, and then we have stuff where we're connecting all together. We just don't want to overload. And it's the summertime, people got traveling or they want to take a nap or, you know what I mean? So I think that that's good, just smarter, not harder kind of thing. And then post a post for June. So we've been doing these big giant giveaways and a lot of your teams have started doing their own. So whatever you feel is more effective, we're going to continue doing one, but maybe just not as big. Okay, so what we're thinking, is doing Mimi says hi, $100 a week and free products. Okay, and that's going to be our host to post that we're going to offer. So if you're not doing one with your team, that's okay. We're not saying to do something on your own. But a lot of people are. So then we're like, okay, we want you to do what you want to do. You know what I mean? We want to encourage you. If there's something that you and your team want to come up with and want to do as a team, we want you to do that. You know what I mean? So if we're doing all that we're doing, then it, kind of goes, well, what can I do? Well, we want you to feel the freedom to lead and do. Okay, yay. Kate affirmed our thought. And she said, I love that. So see, yay. Thanks, Kate, for the affirmation. But so then, if you're not doing your own, then absolutely, by all means, we want to have something for your teams to use, consistently. So we're going to leave the commenting on, yay, we only did it because the trip one wasn't getting us much attention. Right. Okay. So see, that's exactly what we're saying. We're like, well, then why do we want to give away $1,500 if nobody cares? Like, that's not the way it's supposed to go. Not nobody cares, but you know what I'm saying. So then we're like, okay, what's the most effective, and let's do that. You know what I mean? So you can use ours and you can do your own both. Like, you can do both and switch it up, and you know what I mean? There's a lot of people that do attraction marketing just because they do giveaways consistently. I've seen a lot of people they give away Instant Pots or Keurigs or hair curling iron thingies, or like all kinds of gift cards and stuff. Rebecca said she didn't have great response to the trip either. Okay, so see, lesson learned. We tried it, and now we just go, okay, then let's do, some people are motivated and like free product, and we have plenty. Yay! Plenty of products at my house. Plenty. So we're like, let's do some cash, let's do some products, and you know what I mean? That kind of thing. No, Nicole, not your bad. No. It's good. It's good to change it up.
I had people who wouldn't go stuff for cash comment on that. So I think it was good to like pull it in totally.
Absolutely. But I do too. Not one regret. Forward. Mm-hmm. But then just go forward. We know, okay, that one wasn't our best. So let's keep it simple. What do you guys think about that? Tiffany said, I was doing Starbucks cards for $5 and so many people wanted it. You know what? And honestly, people love Starbucks and Target. And it's the social media cool thing, is one or the other. Like, both of those are like the cool things to post about, going to Starbucks, going to Target. I mean, we used to get so many people to respond for Target. We just did Target for so long that it started to like lose its luster a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And that's part of it. I think it's good to pull different people. It's good to do different stuff. It's good to change it up, because then it makes it exciting each month. So
absolutely. So maybe we do this month, and next month we think of something else if we see something else that comes along. But I don't think it has to be as giant. I think that's what the main thing is it doesn't have to be, although I'll say that $1,200 cash one so far to me has been the biggest one for me personally. I don't know. But anyway, so that's the one. Okay, Yadira, you did one too. Okay. So, Jennifer said she did 3 bottles of Thermofite X and got a bunch of responses. And I've seen Amanda Boucher do that, where she just gives away a bottle of Thermofite X. And guess what? I ordered extra at my house just in case we decided to do that.
Well, probably what we post about the most will be part of what we do as our giveaways, and we'll even talk about them on our lives. So you're building an audience of people from your post, and they're going to hear about the giveaway. Then they might, it's just, that's the hope of how it all works.
Yep. I saw Christina Watt's team do giveaways for Instant Pots, and they kept going live with recipes of how to use Instant Pots all month long. And then they gave some of those away, and they had tons of response for Instant Pots. You'll know those thingies, like a crock pot that goes faster? I don't know. I don't have one.
We tried one and took it back because we weren't good at it.
I know. Uh-oh, if it's hard, count me out. So
not hard.
So that's a thought. Yeah. So or they'll do all month long. I see people on Christina Watt's team, I keep using them because they do attraction marketing a lot, but they do a lot of giveaways. And this girl that does makeup, she goes live and does makeup a lot in her lives to connect to people. And she gives away e.l.f. eyeliner from Walmart. You guys know that brand e.l.f.? It's like a few bucks, but she'll give away 4 eyeliners, and all these people will get on for these 4 free eyeliners. I'm like, oh, so it doesn't have to be huge. It just has to be looking around and knowing your market and going, what would people want? Free $2 eyeliner? That's easy. If I would have known that, I would have bought 50 of them. No. But you know what I'm saying? Yeah. If you're a cook, giving away an Instant Pot would be awesome. I'm like, I got to up my game on cooking a little bit in my house. Saying, hey, Maya, look at your beautiful face. Hey, girl. Okay, so smaller is more believable. You're exactly right, Tiffany. And that's, I think, what we're finding is, I think more than the $1,200 would have been too much. Like people would have been like, huh, you know what I mean? Or like, it was like an off number a little bit, or like, anyway. Okay. So we're in agreement. Okay. So that's the changes for that. So we just want to look at and go, as far as scheduling goes, what's your new normal? So we're walking into this new season, okay, coming out of spring and going, okay, the winter springtime, it has officially ended in people's minds as of yesterday. Okay. So now we're going into summer, and summer is a whole new season. So don't go womp womp, the best season of the year is gone and now I can't promote. That's not the case. It's just a different season, just different. So you're going to probably have like a new normal of what life looks like. If you've got kids, your kids are home. If you've got, whatever scheduling, depending on your job schedule might have changed. You're right. Summer is awesome for business. When you're traveling and you're showing people, like Tessie's showing people there at the beach. I think you're on the beach right now, you little jerk. Yes, that beautiful sand. I need to know where that is. I see your pictures and I'm like, wait, white sand, where are you? But so showing people when you're going places, it makes it understandable that you can work while being gone. They got to see it. Do you know what I'm saying? And then, so if you're traveling, don't go, I can't do this business and travel. We got to go, okay, it's just a new season and we just adjust and you still promote in this season. Right, Sessa Bear?
Yeah, a couple things that I would give as pointers for all of that, y'all, is talk to your family. We're about to go on vacation. We're about to do something. So can we take pictures for like an hour or 30 minutes, right? Get some different products. If you're at the beach, you know what I mean? Like you get your little, as far as posting and stories, get your little, ammo, all filled up, and you don't have to spend your whole time, doing those you can think like, okay, I put on my makeup today. Yay. I'm going to take a couple pictures. I might put a different pair of earrings in, but like my family's all doing something right now. So how can I best use my time when they're engaged in something so that I'm prepared when I'm with them? Does that make sense? It's just you just got to kind of click your brain. Like, I know one of my friends yesterday was their first day home with kids and they're like, wait, I did this every day while you were at school, So just trying to think ahead. So what do? We post, we message, we follow up, and we grow our market. So when can you prepare to do those things so you're still doing them every day, right? That's one of the things with John Maxwell that he talks about, the rule of 5. He's like, on my birthday, I do my 5 things. On Christmas Day, I do my 5 things. I might not do it as long, but I'm still putting it in there. And guys, that's helpful because when you get out of the habit, it's hard to get. It's like I was going to the gym every day and I stopped going for a week and deuces, gym. You know what I mean? Like, and like you just, it's not a lot of stuff, but when we get out of the habit of it, it feels overwhelming to jump back in. And as leaders, your team is watching you. And so you don't have to work harder, right? You just have to think, okay, how can and does it always work out? No. You know what I mean? Like, do I get mad at Joy? Like, I'm like, I just want to take pictures so I can be present. Like, can we, okay, so we've had some, but like, just thinking, how can I prepare myself to walk into different seasons and different days, and how can I best use days that I have, to prepare for the days that I'm not going to have as much going on. And then another thing is we're talking about like leading people. There's different people here. There's people who are triple diamonds on here. You have a team of leaders. There's people who are diamonds that are kind of like, I'm making all of this work right now. And so as we're talking about things to do with your team, you have to take a step back personally and go, this is what I need to do. So at one point, even with me and Cal went and started doing a bunch of stuff, which was awesome. And then I had people who weren't ready to do that kind of stuff. So what did we do? How did we do it? One of the things that you can really do, because some of y'all have team pages, some of you don't. It doesn't mean y'all need to go do a team page right now, right? one of the best things you can do if you're not in that place is make sure you have team threads, and everything we're communicating on the Boss Babe page, you communicate in that thread, right? Posts, or this is what we did for Power Hour today. So you don't have to put the pressure, don't put pressures of things, just go, what is smartest for me? How can I best lead it? You are the leader of that team. So how does that fit best for you and your strengths and what you do? Yeah. That helpful?
Yep. and something that we were talking about just in the little chat, if y'all just saw it, Tiffany was saying the products that she loves for summer. So thinking too, okay, we're different seasons. So there are different products that work better in different seasons. Not better, but they work more than normal. So think about, she was saying she likes Hydrate Collagen Body Wraps Toner for summer. I was also adding in hair, skin, and nails because people cut their hair off in the spring. They want to grow it in the summer because they like the long braids and beachy hair. They want to grow it in the winter because you're cold and you think cover. In the wintertime, everyone covers up their body and grows out their hair in the winter. But in the spring, they cut it off. So right now, hair, skin, and nails is going to be a really great product. You'd find that if you posted more about it, if you want to, you'll find that more people will order it right now than not the springtime. They cut it off like fresh. You know what I mean? It's just, so understanding what I'm trying to say is that there are seasons of the business, just like if you go to Starbucks in Texas, in the summertime, they're going to sell cold drinks. In the wintertime, they're going to sell hot drinks. If you come to Nevada, a lot of times we sell cold Starbucks drinks year round. It's different places, different seasons, right? They've got different seasons. So they sell different things in different seasons. This business builds differently, not better or worse. It builds different. Your schedule might be different. Doesn't mean we go down. Because like Stacy, it's right there in the chat. Stacy went presidential in the summertime. Okay. Mm-hmm. I promoted to diamond in the summertime a long time ago. I went triple in May. I went diamond in June. You know what I mean? So this transition we're making into summer, it doesn't change whether or not you can promote. In the past, we would hear and talk about seasons, but with Host to Post, there is no difference. That's what's been such a game changer from the past, is like we were constantly working with seasons and change and whatever. With Host to Post, it's, are you working it or not? You know what I mean? It's like you're doing it or you're not doing it. And you're doing it to a larger capacity or a smaller capacity. That's kind of just it. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And remembering there's more products, new countries, there will be $20 coupon codes again. There will be all these things. But if you're not putting in the effort to grow your network and consistently build, you won't be ready when they announce who knows what, $20 kits or coupon codes, or that one time it was the $10 kits. We don't want that again.
And y'all, as you're thinking your first goal, this is not going to sound fun. Your first goal needs to be consistency. My first goal is, what can I do consistently? What can I be consistently? Then when you start getting in that rhythm of consistency and you have people join into that and you're effective with your team and consistency, then you can start looking at, oh, these are pockets we can run faster. Does that make sense? But don't necessarily go balls to the walls right now, da 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 da, and then next week you're done. I just said balls to the wall.
You did.
My older brother, hockey player.
To the walls.
Okay.
Oh.
I mean, just being around all those hockey players, Canadian hockey players, my whole little life, it just kind of slipped right out.
That's good.
Joey would be like, but all I'm saying is, don't go, I don't want you to decrease your vision, but what I want you to look at is consistency over time compounds, y'all. It compounds. And so you'll find, okay, so this is a weird example, but Pastor was looking at 4 or more. If you look at statistics, this is a weird analogy, but if you look at statistics, if you read your Bible 4 days a week or more, Okay, they did an actual test that they pulled from. 4 days or more, read your Bible, 4 days or more, the amount of depression that goes down. The amount, like they did all these studies on what just 4 or more do. So like it's just a thought that I'm like, well, why isn't 3 effective? It's not. 3 is not as effective as 4. So like you have to, Rob's on. Hi, Rob. Sorry. But like, there's one of my brothers. Okay. So 3 is not as effective as 4. So what is effective is every day, not all day, every day for a week. Okay. Just keep in mind as you're setting your goal for this month. I'm not saying decrease what you're doing, but go, where do I start that I can continue on and stay consistent through the whole thing? That is something you really want to think about. And yes, we wanted to invite you, and that's why we want to do this right now, because Kel and I are talking, what are we going to do? How are we going to do this? Where do we want to lead the team right now? So we're trying to invite you into how, as you are growing, right? Pretty much everybody on this Zoom has I don't think none of you haven't promoted in the last 3 months, which means you're all walking in a new territory. So we're inviting you into a little bit of our thought process, a little bit of our conversation to know, okay, what are we going to do that we set? Okay, here's our schedule, and we don't change it, right? Like it doesn't change when we set it. So whatever schedule you're setting, can you keep it so it doesn't change? Okay, then if you want to add something new, like, because we kept going, oh, those Thursday nights get a great response, but guess what? We didn't add that in there because we didn't know we could stick with it, right? But it was fun to go, let's hop on Thursday night right now. Like there's so much momentum and stuff going. So,
and there'd be 100-some people on it.
Right. So just inviting you into that conversation a little bit. You need to establish what your new normal is as you walk into this season of life. And guess what? School starting back, we're all going to go, okay, what's the new season again? You know what I mean? Like that's part of growth. That's part of continuing and going through it. And so, but definitely none of this talk, what is that, we don't promote or we slow down. Like I went presidential in June. No bonus was on the table, nothing like that to push. I just wanted to go. I was right there. And I mean, I loved what Danielle and Ben talked about. There's going to be a hardship at every time you decide what your goal is for the month to overcome that. And you're going to be faced with a decision. Do I continue or not? Do I continue or not? But I mean, my presidential promotion was one of the hardest ones I fought. So like we were supposed to move the very end of May. I remember Kelly promoting to triple the end of May. And I'm sitting in Joey's parents' house because we had to move in with them for like a week for the first week of June. Because
that's Tiffany right now. They're in with her mom.
Yeah.
Right now.
Yeah. I was like, we're supposed to be in our house. But guess what? Our house was infested with fleas, our brand new house that we had bought. And so like we had to like stop the whole infested. That's disgusting, isn't it? But they were painting our house and they were pulling up carpet, the painters, and they were getting bit by fleas by pulling up the carpet when we were doing it. So like we had to like backtrack a ton. So then here we are, our family of 4 in, a 2-bedroom home with Joey's parents, so we're like, okay, this is fun. I'm trying to work and effectively So and then moving like a new house. This is all fun. This is all good. I went to kids camp that had no reception except for one little corner. So I'd have to sneak away to this little corner and like post that day and then come back to where I was. Okay. That was all. I had 3. I remember I had 1 spot for a DT. Remember this guy? 1 spot for a DT. And like, I had 3 to 4 like in-person potentials, and all 4 of them, like I met with them. And this was the last 2 days of the month at this point that I'm like, okay, we're moving, order. I met with all 3 of them in person in Starbucks. And usually that's like was my like boom, and none of them not one of them signed up. I had an in-house party that everybody was coming. Like just all these things. I just remember that. And literally the day before the last day of the month, I had a couple sign up that we had not thought about, and they wanted to buy product, and they bought like $400 in product. So all that to say, I could have, my house is full of fleas. Yep, great excuse. You know what I mean? Like, no bonus to push for. No, you know what I mean? But don't do that. Just keep going and get that consistent, you know, whatever. Figure it out. Youth camp in the middle of West Tech, or kids camp in the middle of West Texas. I mean, we just did it all. So there you go. Do you guys have, yeah, Nicole, yeah. Do you guys have questions or anything as you're moving forward? We just want to, is there anything we're missing, Sissy? Kelly did. I remember Kelly going that. So even if Kelly going diamond did not affect any of my promotions, right? But Kelly went diamond and we talked through the whole thing. And so if you're going, oh, my next promotion might not be there, but your team, you want that. The best thing in this business you want is people owning their business and promoting. And how does that come? That comes through you being consistent, talking with your team, dreaming with there are people, if you look and dig, there are people in your team you can dream with. So hone into that a little bit. And I wasn't placed. I mean, I'm not saying this is where I'm placing, this is where I'm working. I wasn't placing under Kelly when she was going diamond. Okay, but we were talking and we were going back and forth. And so just know, you know, take some time and step back, and does that make sense? Like,
it's just a growing moment. And that's what a lot of people are like saying, I'm alone in this. I don't know. I need somebody to help me. Like I'm all by myself, whatever. And okay. And so that's what she's saying, is like taking a step back, look at the overall picture and go, okay, number one, that's a lie of the enemy. You're not alone. Because if you're my friend, then you're not alone, or you hurt my feelings. But I felt that way. It's a valid feeling. I have felt that way. And would that hurt Stacy's feelings, or Nicole's feelings, or Tiffany, or Celeste? If Celeste, I think she's here. You know what I mean? Because they've been with me for a long time. And that could hurt their feelings, but somehow I still felt alone. I don't know how that lie gets in. I don't know how that happens. But the truth is, okay, and if you have to write it on your wall, I am not alone in this. And I think what happens is you look at your chart and go, where's all the people that want this? Where's all the people that are pushing for this? You might find them under a person, under a person, under a person. And they might become your new runner, your new friend, if you reach out to them and go, hey, I see you doing what you're doing. I see you enrolling a couple little customers here and there. I see you, whatever they're doing, or they're doing something, and go, I think you could totally go Ruby, and I want to help you do it. And then teach them how to become the diamond leader you need them to become for you to go double diamond, triple diamond, presidential ambassador. Does that make sense? You have to, yes, you go first. You're the leader. You have to be a good friend in this. And you guys are great at being good friends. Like all the people, the names I'm looking at, okay? You guys are great at being good friends. If Stacy needed to know how to tie her shoes, I would send her a video, I would FaceTime her, or I would call her and say, here's how I do it, and here's a couple ways. You can do the bunny ears, or the loop around and the bunny ear comes through the loop, whatever the heck, you tie your shoes, whatever. Okay, or I'd say, just skip it all and buy slip-ons. Okay, but I would either one way or the other, if it benefited Stacy and benefits my business, I would teach Stacy how to tie her shoes, because we need her to tie her shoes for us to go forward. Okay. Or I'd go to her house and I would say, do it like that. Okay. If you don't get it, forget it. Let's just buy Velcro. Okay. The same thing with the business. When people aren't enrolling, you give them the options of how you do things. Here's what I do. I've tried this way. You could do this. This might work. And these are the things I've done. That's being a good friend. You know what I mean? You're helping them. You're just being their friend like you would anything else. Don't think of the business as anything different other than I'm being a good friend and I want you to win. Does it benefit me? I mean, yeah, but if they're under you, it does benefit you. But do I care if some people are too far down for me to even make money on? But would I still help them? Yeah. I want people to win. And you never know who will rise up and take the place of someone above them if they quit. So having as many relationships as you can, and I know it can feel like, well, how the heck am I supposed to be everybody's friend and still work my business and still take care of my kids and still da-da-da-da? You got to grow. You just got to grow. You can. Because I've thought that too. I've been like, dude, my house is a wreck. My kids are whatever. I have piles of laundry. I have dishes, blah, blah, blah. But if somebody's falling apart, I'll definitely, if they want to talk to me, call them on the phone and talk to them while I'm doing the dishes. Because I care about them as a person, but also it affects their business. Does that make sense? So you are going to hold hands with a lot of people on your chart. But the more that you're willing to do that and willing to go, I don't know how the heck I'm going to do this, but it has to be done to go ambassador. Okay, so we've got to just accept, I don't know how the heck I'm going to build this last diamond that I need to go triple diamond or whatever. Okay, but it has to be done. So the more you sit there and stare at it and go, I don't know how the heck this is ever going to get done. I did that. Looking at presidential, looking at ambassador, going, I don't know how the heck I'm going to get 100,000 in volume. I don't know. Okay, but it has to be done. So it doesn't change looking at it. Do you know what I'm saying? And just going, okay, I'm going to hold hands with as many people as I can. And together we're going to make this thing happen. You know what I mean? And you're going to be friends with a lot of people. Okay. But your schedule. Okay. You can compartmentalize. If you have to stop, sometimes I'll tell Andrew, I know I'm supposed to be doing this, but I have to stop and talk to so-and-so. They're really going through a rough time. Give me like 10 minutes and I'll call whoever so-and-so. You know what I mean? I know, and I'll tell them ahead of time. Okay, I know this is annoying, but I think we have to take a picture right now. Okay, is it annoying? Yeah, it's annoying to me. I don't know. I like to be in the moment. I like to go, I don't want to take any pictures right now. I just want to have fun. And Andrew will go, yeah, but it's for your business. Okay, let's take a picture. Okay, and then I'm done. Okay, right? But I'm saying those are real things. Mm-hmm. But you got to grow and go, okay, yeah, but it has to be done. It's kind of like I didn't want to become an adult. Sometimes I still think of myself as not an adult, and I realize, oh, I just turned 37. I guess I kind of am, maybe a little bit an adult, but you know what I'm saying? But you don't have a choice. You code? Mimo is code. Okay? And you're not alone in this. You're not. But think about it. If you feel alone, so do your teammates. Okay? So then why have two alone people on the same chart, you and your teammate? Get together. You know what I mean?
And Kel, I was just trying to think back to when, because I just wrote in there, you were literally a 400 bucks when I went double diamond. Way down there, 400 bucks. But you were one of I had 2 double diamonds when I went triple. That was nice. But you were one of those double diamonds you were definitely a diamond for my triple chart. So, if not above. So just thinking, don't box yourself in what you're doing, but also so I'm trying to think back to that time, but Kelly probably did talk to me every day. It was almost probably more Kelly, hey, I'm thinking about doing this. Hey, da 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 da. So she wasn't saying, hey, I feel alone. You know what I mean? Just kind of thinking sometimes, you know what I mean? I know sometimes when I feel alone too, I'm like, hey, Cher, what are you doing today? You gotta I'm not going, hey, I feel really bummed right now. I'm just okay, I gotta make a move somewhere because I know, where I am. And sometimes I do go, okay, I feel alone. Okay, let's be honest. I'm bummed today. You know what I mean? I'm not saying don't be fake. I'm just saying though, sometimes if you are feeling alone, also think of okay, this is I got a question for you. This is where we're at. This is what I'm thinking. This person's doing awesome. I love celebrate. Okay, yeah, you know what I mean? I remember Kelly going, Nicole just signed, this DT signed with Nicole. She lives in Nevada. Things like that. Just that you care about, we care about too. Go ahead.
No, it's not bad to feel alone. We're not trying to bag on that.
No.
We've heard a lot of it, so that's why we're trying to talk through it and go, it's not bad to feel that way. We feel that way. It happens to us.
Leadership is lonely.
Leadership is lonely, right? But what it is though is knowing yourself and going, when I feel this way, what do I do to fix it? Okay, when I feel alone, what do? I usually say it to Andrew, or I'll say it to somebody. You know what I mean? Or I'll pick up my phone and I'll message Tiffany, or I'll message Celeste or Rachel or Nicole or somebody and just say, hey, I'm thinking about you because I'm feeling alone. And I go, oh, if I feel alone and I haven't talked to somebody in a little while, I can guess that's probably crossed their mind too. So then there's no sense in being alone if they're my friends. So I pick up my phone and message them. Now, Tessie, she never leaves me alone. So just kidding, Tessie. No, but Tessie's the one right now messaging me every day because she's going for it. You know what I mean? So you'll have those people, but the people that aren't messaging you consistently, I go, if I feel alone, that's so-and-so, look at your chart and go, who else feels alone? And make sure they don't. Okay, when you feel down, what do you do to pick yourself up? Well, I will, I don't know, get on a plane and go be with somebody. Or I will go to coffee with Nicole. Or I will do, you know what I mean? You just know yourself. It's just knowing yourself, going, I'm alone. You're feeling alone. So what do you do as the leader when you feel alone? What fixes it for you? Okay, get on Marco Polo. That does help me. Or get on, a Zoom, or make sure if you're feeling alone, you're on all the power hours, because then you're not alone and you see 50 other people. Okay. Does that make sense?
Yep. And sometimes when people don't talk back, that's okay. I mean, that's going to happen. That's definitely going to happen. So you continue to be consistent, but just know the people that want to be a part and want to be in.
But see, then it's finding who the people are that would respond.
Yeah. And it doesn't always have to be business, like.
It's a lot of times you think the people you think that should respond, like your runners or your leaders, the people that were going for it, and you're like, they're not responding. Oh no, I'm alone. But you've got people that would respond if you were messaging them. They would. And they might be the little people, like the little people that are really, really trying, and they're getting left behind because they're not the first people on your list that you would think to talk to. But they might become your next diamond if you start talking to them, is the trick. Do you know what I'm saying? There's always people that will respond. It's just looking at the chart going, okay, who's trying? I better reach out to them. Assume that they feel alone. Assume that they're down. If people aren't talking to them regularly, become their friend. And here's what I'll say. This business forces you to become friends with people you might not ever otherwise have chosen naturally. They're not the people you're drawn to. But that's kind of the beauty of it, is that I make friends with anybody that's just at least kind to me, right? And I go, that's one of the beautiful things about this business is there are a lot of people, personalities that come onto the team that I'm like, I probably would have never naturally just been their friend in regular life. But this business teaches you to be friends with all kinds of people, okay? But that makes you a better person as well. And then if they're not responding, peace out. Like, I just find who will respond to me under that leg. You know what I mean? Who on there is actually trying, and then teach them to be the next person. I'm not going to drag nobody, you know what I mean? But I will find someone, or I will enroll new, and I will talk to those people.
Yeah. Sometimes it's natural, right? Mark always talks about it, and I feel like I understand more. He talked about a lot at the beginning, like, we are a river. To be a river, some old things need to go out and some new things need to come in. Otherwise, you're a reservoir that gets stinky. Okay. So don't feel like everybody's quitting. I must be a horrible leader. No, sometimes you just have to graciously go, okay, I support you and I'm cheering you on. And if you ever want to come back, I will be here for you because I'm not going anywhere. Okay. And then sometimes the next day they're like, okay, sometimes when you're just having a bad day, what's the first thing to go? This business. So sometimes you just got to know people are just having a bad day. And sometimes people just don't want to work at it that hard. And so you don't want to put all your effort in pulling, a dead horse or something. I don't know what the analogy is, but just don't.
Hey, the analogy, it's easier to give birth than raise the dead.
Yes, absolutely. It's easier to give birth than raise the dead. So just know news coming in. So think about that. A lot of us had everything we needed to go to our next promotion, right? It was just volume. We had all the DTs in the right place. We had all the, so now just re-go. What was I posting about the most? Product, probably. So I haven't been posting about this business and what it's done for me, what it's going to do for me. So now you're rebuilding all that. You're rebuilding all that again. And that's because we were like, I need this much, none of us were saying, I need another DT to be. Now that's what we're saying, right? So there's no need to hit the panic button. It's just saying, what are you posting about? What are you excited about? What have you done? Are you talking about the business side of it? That needs to be talked about, okay? So, and you got to just put it out there and be excited. And you're going to bring in that new, okay? So just make sure that's another thing to look back and go, what do I need to adjust walking into this season? Because it's all new again. So, okay. Do you guys have any questions that you want to ask? We don't want to go much longer than we've gone on here. Do you guys go, okay, I have a question. You said this, I have a question. There's no bad question. There's no too simple of a question. Anything like that?
Tessie's asking a charting question, but yeah, Tessie, you're right. So if you've got a $400, so a lot of you going from double diamond to triple diamond, you've got a $400, your third leg that's not really doing much and you just kept refilling them. Just stick a new DT under it because you don't want to waste that volume. Okay, and then stick a new DT under it and you start working with that person to become the diamond on your chart. No big deal. And they just replace that person, but that person will always still be there. So like, for instance, I'm thinking Jennifer Goodson is like quite a few boxes down on like where old people have quit above her, because I just see her on my top screen. Hi, Jen. And anyways, but Jen is the double diamond and the other people quit and don't run auto ships and don't do anything. So no big deal. But Jen on my chart is the double diamond head. Like I only have Jen Goodson's name written on my wall. Mark should be going live either today or they'll do that on the family call tomorrow night, one or the other.
And then they might make an announcement like Tuesday we're going or Monday we're going, kind of generally a little bit of what we can recognize as
this year. They've been really great at communicating on the 1st. Mm-hmm. In the past years, it would be like the 5th before we find out what's going on. We're like, come on, you're wasting our days.
Any other questions, guys? We really, really love y'all, like a ton. And we see y'all but it's good to go, okay, this is a growth moment. Okay, let me step back. Let me not sound any panic alarms or quitting alarms or, anything like that. It's like, oh, okay.
And don't let the enemy tell you that you're depressed or discouraged or down. Those things are not true. You are not those things. You're just needing to grow to the next level. That's all. And growth doesn't feel good, but don't run from it because then you never grow. That doesn't make, you know what I mean? You want to be the best version of you with or without this business, right? So that's what this business does for you. And it's the hardest thing it does for you is causes you to grow.
That's why people quit. They don't want to grow.
Right.
They don't want to try something new. They don't want to grow. But you're not most people.
Nope.
Not y'all. So we get to grow and we get to help our people grow.
Kate's asking a question. When you say lists, leg heads, runners? I don't know what that means. Did you say lists?
I don't know. That's what I was trying to think. Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Kate, can you say it wherever you're at?
Okay. Yeah. So I have, like, you guys were talking last month about making your lists, and I've made my lists, and I made the group chats, and so on, but I just feel like my team got overwhelmed. And I'm trying to minimize, I'm trying to think of a better way to, so reach out to them individually. But when I put those lists together, people are really confused why I have those chats and, why I have just them in a group together. And I don't really know what to say. I don't know if I'm really making sense, but.
that does make sense. And so a list, you would be writing down a list in my notebook, which it's in my backpack right here. But when I'm trying to promote and I have to be super on top of everything, when you're like going for promotion, okay, which you would be, you're going towards triple diamond, okay. So you've got a list, and that's the people that you're messaging individually, going down the list and going, are they alone? Are they discouraged? Are they enrolling? You can tell if they're discouraged if their numbers are down. Assume they're discouraged immediately because they're not producing. So then they are down on the inside. Okay. Where you're at on the inside is what shows with your enrollment. Okay. So, but we're not going to be discouraged. We're going to get determined to make June different because you can. Okay. So we're going forward. So you've got that list. That's who you're reaching out to individually. And you're just saying, how's it going? How are you doing? How's your enrollment? How's your business? How's life? Okay. Are you sick? Is somebody dying? Is somebody whatever? Those things. Your message group should be, and really there should only be one to me. At least that's how I do it. Everybody does it different, I guess, but I have just one. And that's where I make sure I'm sending posts, I'm communicating everything. I would send videos to encourage, or I'm watching to see, are people talking in the message group? Who's not talking? If they're not talking, message them individually immediately because you're going to lose them. And that's not out of fear, but like, if they're not talking, they're discouraged. So that message group is where you're talking to your group, telling them they're leaders, encouraging them, telling them they're going forward, that you're doing it together, sending them videos, that kind of thing. So then beyond that, I just have a giant message group with lots of people that I signed up that, are like not necessarily, I wouldn't call leaders yet, I don't know if that answers the question or if that's helpful or not. Stace,
yeah. And you know what? Everybody finds what works best for them in different, and you don't need to be worried about trying something and go, oh, okay, maybe that didn't work. Like, yeah, Rebecca, we were talking with Rebecca's like, no one responds in any of these things. So she's gone to texting them through she can send one customized message text out and it texts them all individually. And that works. For me, I have a new DT group for everybody that signed up, like for the month of January. That's a group of new DTs for the month of, so I message all those groups, like I'm communicating in those groups what's going on. In the first month that they're in, I talk to that group a lot because that's all new DTs and I'm trying to help them get started and to explain to them what power hours are. Then it kind of transitions into, this is going on today. This is going on today. And then at the end of the year, all those people get put in a group together. So that's how I run mine. But I had everybody who's wanting to go for a promotion in another group. Okay. Didn't matter if the promotion is Ruby, Emerald, Diamond. They're all in that. But then I changed it up this month because I wasn't getting responses because I have people going for triple diamond and I have people going for Ruby, and so I tried this month a group going for Ruby and they're all in a group, and I have a group going for diamond and then a group that's all the diamonds and above going for the next thing. So it was supposed to go, but anyways, and some things worked great about it and some things didn't, but there's just different, you just got to do what works best for you, what you can be consistent in, okay? Where you can be consistent with it, and then, go from there. So that's how I do my groups. Does that answer your questions, Caitlin? Okay, good. All right, y'all, yeah, have any other, you do it through eSuite, Rebecca. Oh yeah, no, yes, Connect, not eSuite, sorry. There's my great reading skills. They're really good. Okay, you guys have any other questions about moving forward? So just so we know what we're gonna do in June. So when I'm gonna post that schedule up, we'll still have Monday night power hours, we'll still have Monday night team huddle, okay? Great place to connect. Tuesday nights will be tips from the top, and what we'll do is there'll be a post each Tuesday night that just talks about income producing activities for tonight, and we might even go post when you've posted under here. Like we just make that like our chat as we're listening to tips from the top, okay? So that's gonna be those things, like for the next 10 minutes, send these out. So we'll kind of post those in there and go through that. So we still have that effectiveness of getting on those power hours. Guys, there's a little bit of when we all get on a power hour and post and comment on each other's stuff, I will tell you that's one of the ways I big time close the deal. And so just knowing, to get on there and be able to do that when I've been talking to people and the host a post and adding new people and all that stuff, all that communicating on there helps those go up so much. But anyways, so we don't want to lose that on Tuesday nights, okay, that we've had Wednesday mornings. So that's definitely something we want to be effective with on Tuesday nights. Then Wednesday mornings, we are not going to do the early power hour, but we will have the new DT training Wednesday night. Thursday mornings, we'll have the early power hour at 6:30, and then I'm talking Central Time, and then the 8:30 one, okay, and move forward. And a lot of times that 8:31 on Friday, like I know it affects different people with different work schedules and stuff, but just encourage your people to get on there too, because sometimes, a lot of times at the end of that one, we'll ask questions, because most of the people who are on that one don't necessarily have a job to go to or something, you know what I mean? So it leaves a little room there as a connection point. For people not feeling. So that's that. The host a post will go up on Monday. The new host a post will go up Monday for everybody to post under. But that's going to be every week, $100 cash. And I don't know that we'll give out $100 to one person. We might do it different every week, like $250 this week and some product, but it'll always be product and money given away. So it'll just be fun to interact on and stuff like that and just get people involved. But the commenting for the host a post giveaway that's going to happen or Starbucks, maybe, yeah, fun stuff, whatever, just prizes. Okay. What was I going to say? Okay. Don't forget steps to success. If you guys got those in there, don't forget to post under that. Tell your teams, remind them about that if they fulfilled their steps to success that they're posting there. And then the drawing for the giveaway will be tomorrow night. Is anybody here going to Austin? We'll either just did we say 8:30? Keep your eyes and ears open. We might have to do 9:30 after the family call for that giveaway. We'll just have to see, okay, as far as with time. From there. Okay, so that's kind of communicating where we're going. When I look at those ultimately 5-6 touch points that we have, think about where you want to add something, or or maybe a couple things, or how you make it that you're effective in that power hour that you're getting on, or on to hey, I'm getting on tips from the top. Let's talk about, what we're getting in that. So just making where you are to super present and a way to connect with your team and even those big things. Oh, Celeste, you get to live stream it for free? Oh yeah, you won. She won in Victoria. Remember they had a contest and anybody who won got free. That's so fun. All right. Okay. We really, really love you guys. We want this to be a great month. And you guys feel prepared to walk into this month? Good. Okay. All right. So tomorrow night will be the giveaway. And then Monday night we'll have power hour and huddle for the whole crew. Let's go. Lots of love. Okay. Bye, everybody.